Shalom, more praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, double line to the Apostle GMS. This is Amna Allah coming at you in this video. And in this video, I'm going to focus on the book of James, the 3rd chapter and the 8th verse. Let's get right to it. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Now, I could start up from verse 6. I could start from verse 5. But I'm going to go right to the point. Now, I could really start from verse 1, but I'm going to go right to the point. It says, okay. But the tongue can no man, I'm starting from verse 7. For every kind of beast and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed and has been tamed of mankind. So man has tamed various kinds of beasts, birds, serpents, and things in the sea. But the tongue can no man tame. The tongue is something that can't be tamed. It can't be controlled because the scriptures speak on, look at that real quick. Matthew 15:18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. So the words that you speak, they come from your heart, meaning your mind, and they defile the man. So you can speak things that's considered sinful. You can speak slanderous words, injurious words, and things that people speak out of their mouth comes from their heart. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. So the apostle, this is a whole different situation about when Yahweh Shah was asked about why his disciples eat with unwashed hands. Okay? And they were saying that scribes and Pharisees were saying that they were going against the traditions of their fathers by eating with unwashed hands. So the Yahweh Shah is saying that which proceeds out of the mouth, that comes out of the mouth and proceeded from the heart, that defiles a man, not eating with unwashed hands. So let's go back. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, right? It's unruly. It's uncontrollable. It can't be tamed. It can't be controlled. Full of deadly poison. What do you mean by poison?
Strong's G 2447 EOS.
Eos. Now you go right here with Vine's Expository Dictionary of New Testament Words. Rust, poison of asp, acting destructively on living tissues, figuratively of the evil use of the lips as the organs of speech. That's basically the point on that. Poison of animals, poison of asp is under their lips, spoken of men given to reviling and culminating and thereby injuring others. Rust. Look at the word reviling. Reviling means to speak about someone or something in a very critical or insulting way. Now, this is from AI Overview. That's from Merriam-Webster and different other sites, as you can see when it gives you those symbols right there. To criticize someone strongly or say unpleasant things to or about someone. Calumniating means to make false and malicious statements about someone or to spread lies about them in order to damage their reputation. To calumniate is to make false accusation against someone or spread lies about how awful they are. So when it says the poison of asp, when it says full of deadly poison, it's talking about how the tongue can speak slanderous words to someone. Okay? Can speak deceits, can ruin people's reputation. And that's something that you can't tame. You can tame a beast, but you can't tame the things that a person says. Psalms 140 verse 1. Psalm 140 verse 1. Deliver me, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah, from the evil man, preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Addis poison is under their lips, the salah. So the mischief of their heart. And they gathered together for war. This is what David's saying. Calling these evil men, violent men. He said they've sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Addis poison under their lips. So David's enemies were speaking injurious words to him, slanderous words to him. They were speaking words that was not a reflection of David's character, whether it's Saul or whoever. Because remember, Saul was against David. So this is how David's enemies spoke about him. They sharpened their tongue like a serpent, added poison under their lips. So back when we go to James 3rd chapter, where it says the various animals have been tamed, kinds of beasts, birds, serpents, and in the sea have been tamed by mankind. And then he goes on to say, but the tongue can no man tame. It's full of deadly poison. Obviously, he's not talking about the poison of a snake at that point, because he already mentioned serpents. He's talking about the tongue of a man is like of a human being is like unto a deadly poison, not a poison like a snake's poison, but the poison as the words are venomous. Like a person has a venom tongue. They speak words that's very critical. It's very hurtful, harmful, slanderous words. Okay, speak deceits, lies. This is the book of Romans 3:10. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after the Most High. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre. What's a sepulchre? A grave. With their tongues, they have used deceit. So if he says their throat is an open sepulchre, that means they speak things that are deadly. They speak things that are harmful. Okay? It's an open grave. It causes death. It causes, what happens to your body when you die? It decomposes, decomposition. It causes decay. That's how their words are, figuratively. With their tongues, they have used deceit. Because what you speak and the word proceeded from your throat, your vocal cords. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues have they used deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. So he's giving you, so he's going into, Paul's going more in depth, exactly, which James already went in depth with it, but Paul's explaining it in a different way. Telling you that's the person whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. So if a person is speaking those type of things, that's a person who has that unruly, that's a person who's expressing the deceits of their, who are expressing the true intents of their heart. Let me give you an example. This is Matthew 26, verse 59. That the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahushua to put him to death. So they was looking for false witness to put him to death. Who can we get to lie to put this man to death? But found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses. They were looking for these false witnesses, and finally they found 2. And said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of the Most High and to build it in 3 days. See this is what he says. He's going to destroy the, he's going to destroy the temple. So it's implying that Yahushua was speaking words of blasphemy. And the high priest arose and said unto him, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these things witness against thee? But Yahushua held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living power, that thou tellest whether thou be the anointed, the Son of the Most High. Okay, so Yahushua held his peace when that was said. Which Yahushua didn't say that. Let's go to what Yahushua said. This is the book of St. John, chapter 2, verse 18. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, what sign showest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things? Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days will I raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body. So Yahushua was talking about the temple of his body. He wasn't talking about the actual temple itself. See? He was talking about the temple of his body. They're saying, no, he was talking about the actual temple. No. He was talking about the temple of his body. That's why I said, when therefore he was risen from the dead, his disciples remembered that he said this unto them, and they believed the scripture and the word which Yahushua said. So when Yahushua said he's going to destroy this temple, he wasn't talking about the actual temple. He was talking about his body. But what those false witnesses did was they went and said he was talking about the actual temple. But Yahushua didn't say that. He wasn't talking, meaning he didn't say the actual temple. In other words, the actual temple wasn't what he was referencing. So if I say, yeah, I'm going to do this in 3 days. If the Yahushua said, I'm going to destroy this temple in 3 days, will I raise it up? He's not talking about the actual temple. He's talking about his body. He was going to be risen from the dead. But here it said Matthew 26:61, and said this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days. See? So they clearly went and made it appear as if Yahweh Shai said something else. Slanderous words, full of poison in their tongue. Last scripture, Exodus 20, verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. There you go. Got one more. Proverbs 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. So Yahweh Shai was falsely accused, he was crucified, so his innocent blood was shed. Because Yahweh Shai was sinless. A proud look, and it says a proud look and a lying tongue. So they was prideful when they spoke those lies on Yahweh Shai, and they lied as well. I could get into it a little more, but that was the point on that. So with that, I'm going to close. I'm saying, oh, praise Yahweh Shai, Devil Lines here, Pastor GMS. Oh, but learn something. Shalom.